Hey you guys, it's that time again. It's the end of the month. It's time to let you know what all books I got through this month. So this is my end of the month wrap up for the month of October. I got through a shit ton of books this month. I'm so proud of myself. I set my goal over at Goodreads for the year to be 52 books, and I'm past it with 55. So I've met my goal for the year. So for what I read this month. First, of course, I read Enclave by Anne Aguirre. This was our book club pick. We met for it the first Saturday of the month. I actually waited until right before the book club to read the book. I thought it was great. If you want to see what I thought about it, go watch the book club meeting. I'll put a link to it here. I'll also link to it down in the down bar so you can watch the rest of this video and then go look it up later and watch it later. I finished House of the Dead Maids by Claire Dunkel. This is just a good old school like kid horror. You know, nothing really major happens, but I have to say I read it real quick. I really enjoyed it, and then I was like, you know, too bad that wasn't really scary. And then when I went to bed that night and tried to go to sleep, first I woke up because I felt like something was pulling the covers off of me. I'm not even kidding. I come upstairs and try to make my husband come to bed, you know, because I didn't want to be down there by myself. I was like, please come to bed. Something's pulling the covers off of me. He's like, you're so crazy. And then and then when I finally did get to sleep, I dreamed about little girls with no eyeballs. See the cover? I dreamed about little girls with no eyeballs, like trying to pull the covers off of me, like trying, because I sleep with the covers like up. I literally sleep like this, and I kept the covers, if they kept getting tugged out of my hand, which I now know it is because I have a fan right there, and as the fan would rotate, it would hit the edge of the cover and move the cover. I mean, I figured it out. It took me like a week to debunk the ghost, but that scared the shit out of me. So even though the book wasn't scary, it messed me up for a good couple of days. I say pick it up if you're looking for something really quick. See how little it is? It was quick. And it was painless. It was a good book. But even I had nightmares. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It was good stuff. Another book I read this month was Shades of the Soul's Past by Teresa Andrews. The synopsis of this book says it's a collection of people's encounters. It's true stories from people in Madison County that have encountered ghosts. So I can't tell you for sure. I mean, I can't say this is a nonfiction book. Come on, we're talking about ghosts here. Do you know what I mean? The book is absolutely tiny. There's only like 9 stories in it. None of them got me going. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I read the whole thing, so that says something. Would I have been happy if I paid money for this? Probably not. It was sent to me for a review, and I am appreciative. I wasn't that impressed with it, if that makes sense. It wasn't scary. I don't know. At the beginning of this, it says that she collected a whole lot of, you know, a whole lot more stories, but because they're so scary and she wanted to protect people's names or place names or whatever, she couldn't include them in the book. Are you kidding? Come on. Real life stuff gets made into books all the time. It's not that hard. You change the name. You say the people in this book are fiction or loosely based on true accounts or something like that. If there was scarier stuff, it should have been in the book, because what is in here didn't scare me a tad. And I'm glad this was all the big it was, because if it would have been very much bigger, I probably wouldn't have finished it. Next, I read Amarok by Angela J. Townsend. This is actually an art. This one is not coming out until November the 20th. I was surprised how much I liked this book. This thing is crazy. So this girl at the very beginning, like, sneaks out of her house and runs away because she's living with an abusive stepfather, and in the process of running away, she ends up getting kidnapped, and then, like, once she's kidnapped, there's a wolf, and she thinks something's different about the wolf, and I can't tell you what is, but something is. My only, like, if I had a problem with this book, which I didn't, because it actually worked for this story. There is insta-love. You know how we all hate the insta-love, but the thing is, it works for this because the two of them are almost like kidnapped together. So they're both kind of in the same situation, if that makes sense. So of course they're gonna connect to each other and want to protect each other, and and all of that. This book does have a strong, like supernatural, like Indian legends, I guess is the best way to phrase it. It was very good. I hope you guys like put this on your wish list. I read it in like, I want to say I read it in like a day, like maybe 2 settings. I think I got up to go to the bathroom and I updated Goodreads, and then I laid back down and finished reading it. So it was really good. It's not real long. It is 181 pages, so it's not real long. Go put it on your wish list so you don't forget. It comes out November the 20th, and I want you to pick it up because it's good. The next book I read this month was The Harrowing by Alexandra Sokolov. I thought this thing was freaky as shit. I loved it. Totally creeped me out. If you like stuff that has to do with like Ouija boards and then all the shit that can go wrong when you use a Ouija board, like kids and Ouija boards and drunken college games. No, no. If you're in college and you're drunk and your friends get out a Ouija board, you tell them no. Say no because Bunny said to tell you no. And you walk away. You walk away right then because shit will happen. You mark my words. Shit will happen. This was really good. It came out in August of 2006. I think you should pick it up, especially if you like the scary. It's about college kids and Ouija boards, and I'm not going to tell you more than that. Read it. It's good. Another book I finished this month was The Calypso Directive by Brian Andrews. This book, I have like this love-hate thing with this book. Okay. The action was good. The story was good. Everything was amazing. My problem with the book is the main character, like the main dude. I didn't give a squat about him. I didn't care if he lived or died. So it made it kind of getting into the book hard. Do you know what I mean? And there's actually, I've already posted a review for this. The way I put it is there's like the good guys, which is the main character. I don't care about him. There was the bad guys and then the really bad guys. The bad guys, not the really bad guys, just like the regular bad guys. I love them. I love them all. I was like, okay, finally somebody I can get into this book for. So there are likable characters in the book that are not boring. I don't even know why I didn't connect with the main character. I just didn't. I was like, whatever. So you have a lot of action. This is like a medical thriller, action, suspense. Oh, I don't know. Like there's chase scenes and fights, and it's a medical thriller, and it has to do with genes and stuff, which was my other problem with the book. Whenever you can tell that the author really put in a lot of research with regards to the science of it. Anytime someone in the book starts to explain like the science of the thing, I literally, my eyes would glaze over. You know, I was like, you know, I don't care about all that. I don't need a page explaining me the different genomes of the human makeup and all of that. Just say some sciencey shit, squeeze it in under a paragraph, and move on. I don't need 2 pages of it. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. If it's very Robin Cook kind of feel, if you like Robin Cook, only the science of it is a little more explained, like 2 or 3 pages at a time of science of it, which I might be exaggerating. I don't know. I just, in the middle of reading it, I was just like, okay, I get it. It's sciencey, nerdy shit. Move the hell on. Do you know what I mean? So it's a good book if you can deal with the science talk. And I don't know, maybe you'll like the main character better than I did. But that was my only complaints. Like the action in it and the fight scenes, I was like, what? Like, it's good stuff. Just another book I read this month was a Stephen King. Surprise, you can't do Halloween without doing something from Stephen King. I actually listened to the audiobook of In the Tall Grass, and I read along with the ebook to kind of get the story. The audiobook was kind of awesome. It's read by the main, like, Captain General Leader guy from that TV show Terra Nova. Remember that, Joe? He's also the shithead from Avatar. You know the guy I'm talking about? So, it was really good. His lady voice sucks, though. I gotta warn you. When he's trying to sound like a lady, oh my goodness, he sounds like a drunken frat boy that's being hazed. It is not good. But other than that, he was a very good narrator, and it was entertaining. My problem with the story is it starts out like old school horror. Like it scares the shit out of you without actually telling you why you're scared. Like it describes things and stuff, and it's freaking you out, but it's not really told you anything that should freak you out. That's my favorite kind of horror, that just like screws you up and you don't know why. My problem is the actual, I can't tell you because it's a spoiler, but something happens toward the end of the book that I just felt like the story didn't have to go there. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just felt like it didn't have to go there. So, I don't know what to tell you. If you like Stephen King, for sure pick it up. If you like gross horror, do you know what I'm talking about? Pick it up, because you know the beginning of it is old school horror. It's awesome, but toward the end it turns into like that gross out stuff, which I'm not really a fan of. Which I'm okay with gory, and I love to be scared. I love gory stuff, but I don't want. This was too far for me, and I understand why, because I'm a mom, but I don't know. I don't know. Pick it up if you like Stephen King. Just be very warned, especially if you're a mom. You're not going to like what happens at the end. So that was that. I also read, and this is probably my favorite read of the month, The Telling by Mike Duran. The review for this is not up yet at the time of this video. I'm in the middle of typing it. So once it goes up, I'll put a link for it down below. This book, this thing was awesome. This thing is like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, plus The Ninth Gate, plus Constantine, plus End of Days. It was just like, what? What? Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those books. Religion, like religious stuff, for some reason, is really good at freaking me out. And, I mean, it doesn't scare me to the point where I'm afraid to turn my lights off. But, I mean, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. So, I'm always up for reading something like that. And this was just awesome. The main character's name is Zeph, and I love him. I love him. Scars and all, I think he's awesome. But I just thought the book was great. It lets you get to know the character just a little bit, and then it just is kind of like, bam, in your face, and all this shit goes down. It has to do with religious freaks and the end of days and all that. I don't want to go into a lot of detail because I'm really bad about spoilers. I just kind of puke them all over you, so I don't want to go into a lot of detail. I will just say that this was amazing. I'm so glad I picked it up. This is by far my favorite read of October. So out of everything I read this month, this was it. This was my favorite one. And then I started another book this month. Unfortunately, I had to DNF it. It was Shadows of the Past by E.A. Jensen. I got maybe about 30 pages through it, and you know, you can only take so many typos before the typos you start looking for typos instead of paying attention to what the story's about. So I ended up not finishing it. I didn't want to spend a week trying to get through a book that was full of typos. Whenever I was on Goodreads marketing it as didn't finish, I noticed that some other people also had the same problem. But it looks like the most recent update of other reviewers of this book did say that it had been edited, that she had also gotten a bad copy and then gotten a good copy. So you might want to go read the synopsis and see if it's worth your time or not. Apparently it has been edited. Just the copy that I was sent, which I've actually had it for a couple of months, so it very well may have been edited since then. Just the copy that I have wasn't, and I couldn't read it. I wish I could read it. The story sounds great. It's vampires, and I don't know, she tried to get away from them and then she had to go back. There's some police stuff, and like somebody's murdering the vampires, or I don't know. You know, I was only a little bit into it, a little bit through it, so I don't know the whole story because I didn't finish it. But I don't know. Check it out. I couldn't read it. It had too many typos for me. So this was one DNF out of everything I got read. That was my end of the month wrap up. I can't believe it. Isn't it funny how some months you'll only get through like one book that month, and then some months you'll get through like 10? I don't know. I love October. At the time of this video, that is all I've gotten through. So today, while I'm filming this, I'm actually filming it. I think today's the 26th. I still have a couple of days left in the month. I am in the middle of The House on Butcher Harbor by Lisa Lewis Moon. And by the time this video posts, I should be finished with this book. Right now, I'm maybe about 50 pages into it. And it was batshit crazy for a minute. So I don't know. I'm assuming I'm going to really like it. And then after I finish that, which I don't know if I'll get this one done in October because it's a huge fat one, is excerpts from The Everyday Unknown by Sean Othen. So if I haven't read this by the time this video goes up, I can guarantee you I'm in the middle of it. So I don't know. That's it for me this month. How about it? What did you get read in October? If you do an end of the month wrap up, comment down below and let me know so I can come and watch it. I want to see what all you got through in October. I love October. Is my favorite month. I love to bring out the scary. Anyway, that's it for me, you guys. Thanks for watching. See ya. This girl at the very beginning. What's in the synopsis? I don't want to give too much away. Okay, I think I got up to go to the bathroom and I updated. The next book I read this month was another book it's like when you get a nutty chocolate chip cookie when it's got more nuts in it than chocolate chips. So you have to kind of pick out the nuts so you can get the cookie exactly like you want it. This book has a little bit too much nuts. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Read it if you like action shit, okay? Like, literally you kind of throw up a little bit in your mouth when you're reading it. Also, don't forget I have a giveaway going for this. It's going to end on... No, it'll be done by the time this video goes up. Because the giveaway for this ends on Halloween. If you do a October wrap-up video, comment down below and tell me so I can come and enjoy your readiness. So I can come and see your literary prowess.